Welcome to Fast Click Massive Tutorial. This video will cover the global page and I will be providing you with basic knowledge and examples if necessary. This contains various parameters of Massive overall, including global tuning, copy-paste functionality, as well as randomizing current sound settings. This allows you to adjust the tuning in semitones and cents, which sets the overall pitch of the plugin. This sets the tempo of the internal clock of the plugin by beats per minute. This consists of a reset button and an external sync button. If an external sync is active on a modulation source like the stepper, for example, it will not go by the preset BPM. This parameter is not relevant if external sync is activated. For example, if the preset BPM is set to 135 beats per minute, the sequencer's BPM set to 130 beats per minute with the external sync switched off will cause the stepper to follow the preset BPM. The reset button resets the internal clock song position back to 0, like as if you're taking the tracks back to the start in a sequencer. If you play a MIDI clip on a constant loop, pressing the restart button at randomized places will let you hear the process of the stepper being taken back to the start of its modulation signal. This will make the modulation signal off sync. These are varied between Ultra, which is the default setting, High and Echo. High and Echo are useful settings for where multiple Massive plugins are used, as the higher the quality, the more CPU usage. This setting is applied per preset. This works like the same way as the preset quality, however it works for any preset loaded onto the plugin and will not reset back to its default setting. These functionalities are very fun to play around with. There are 4 module groups displayed on a page, which are oscillators, filters, insert effects and master effects arranged in a row. For each group you can randomize individual parameters by selecting on the menu displayed on the left of the 4 modules. This menu lets you select what can be randomized, copied or pasted. Selecting parameter affects the control positions and the pitch on the modules that have pitch settings. Note that there is a button labeled Keep Oscillator Pitch, which avoids randomizing or changing the pitch of the main oscillators. Mod depth only applies if modulation sources such as an envelope, LFO, etc. is applied to a specific control. In simple terms, this changes the position of the displayed colored rings. Connections only apply when a modulation source is applied to one of the parameters of the 4 modules displayed. When you click Randomize, it will choose a random available modulation source. Type selection affects the drop-down menus of the selected module, whether you are randomizing all modules or just the one specific module. For example, in the oscillator it will randomize all oscillator types and the noise type. Matrix affects the modulation oscillator's activation switch menu. Above these selections, there is a Randomize All button that will affect all 4 modules after selecting the specific parameters to be randomized. To randomize individual modules, under the percentage box there is a Randomize button. The percentage box allows you to adjust the amount of randomization from 0 to 100%. The lower the percentage, the less randomization, and all the changes will be very subtle. 100% will strongly randomize and will present extreme changes. The copy function copies selected or all settings for the 4 modules or individual modules and can be pasted onto a new sound or preset. This section allows you to exit the hold on the envelope when the hold setting is active. This can be stopped by hand using the button or by MIDI device or controller. There is another button called On Sequence Stop, which will be stopped by the sequencer's stop button. This ends my tutorial. Thank you for watching and make sure to subscribe to my channel.